Welcome to Inspire Unleashed, where we take a deep dive into the twisted corridors of the mind and emerge with a smirk on our face. Let me ask you, have you ever wondered how to conquer your mind and your world for fearless entrepreneurs? Well, grab your cup of ambition and buckle up because I'm going to take you on a ride of fearless entrepreneur strategies that'll leave you questioning everything that you thought you knew about success. So if you're ready, let's jump in on Inspire Unleashed. To conquer the mind and the world as a fearless entrepreneur, we first have to embrace rejection like a pro. Rejection's going to happen. It's inevitable. But instead of cowering or fearing it, let's collect rejection and wear it like a badge of honor. Let's frame it. Let's marvel at it. For every no, we are closer to that glorious yes. Let's learn from it. Learn, grow, improve. I say it, learn, grow, improve. I say it all the time. It is not a reflection of your worth. It's not a reflection of your potential success. Everyone faces rejection, especially entrepreneurs. So everybody faces it before they actually achieve their goals. So learn from it, improve, and grow. Let's talk about failure for a minute. Failure is like that annoying friend that drops by every now and then, and instead of avoiding them, let's invite them to dinner. Let's wine and dine them. Let's make them feel special. Then let's send them on their way and step into success and marry success. You have to reframe your mind. And as I've always said, you have to reframe it for opportunity. You have to reframe it for growth and for learning because it's inevitable. It's going to happen. And to me, you have to have failure to have success. But whatever you do, don't let it paralyze you. Failure is begging. No, failure is whispering in your ear to give up because that would truly be failure. So invite them in, have them for tea, laugh about all the times it tried to trip you up, and then brainstorm the steps to turn failure around and use it for fuel in the fire. Because let's face it, what are friends for except to push you to be your very best, even if it is pushing you face first in the mud in failure? But, you know, let's cheers to conquering our minds and our worlds together, one hilarious failure at a time. But seriously, don't let it paralyze you. Learn from it, grow from it, improve from it. Okay? Take it as an opportunity and remember that without failure, there's no success. So you got this. Every entrepreneur needs a touch of madness. So be creative, take risks, do that daring experiment, concoct that wild idea, and do that daring experiment like a mad scientist on a mission. Tap into that well of creative chaos. Throw caution to the wind and be imaginative. It's about daring to ask, what if? And then it's about finding the answer. Experiment with ideas that others think are crazy or wild. You never know. Your idea might be the stroke of genius that revolutionizes, something in your industry. I mean, that is literally how some of the greatest inventions and breakthroughs in history were created because they dared to think different, because they were a little mad. After all, I think the saying goes, the only way to predict the future is by creating it. So be wild, be crazy, take risks, take that wild imagination and concoct this daring experiment. Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is like this relentless stalker that's in the shadows. It's lurking in the shadows of your mind. But you can't allow it to sabotage your success. Okay, I know the feeling of imposter syndrome. I've experienced it, and for a while. The thing is, it's this feeling of, and it's a real feeling, it's this feeling of you think that they think that you're a fraud and that you don't have the experience and you're not an expert and you don't have the skills because you haven't been doing it for as long as they have. But it's in your mind most of the time. And at the end of the day, everyone starts somewhere and everyone has to start somewhere. So you have to get over it. You have to get past it. And if you can't get past it, well, congratulations, you just discovered your superpower, your ability to make even your doubts doubt themselves. I'm just kidding. But seriously, it may be lurking in the shadows, but you need to shine a light on it. You need to shine a light on it and then smash it like a cockroach. And although it may seem like that cockroach won't die, eventually it will. Just like the feeling of being an imposter. You have to embrace your inner imposter and realize and remember that even the best of us, sometimes we feel like a fraud. I mean, it's true. But it's what you do with that that defines you. So, you probably haven't heard this before, and if you have, it's probably not often, but procrastination doesn't have to be a bad thing. No. In fact, if you use it strategically and you let your thoughts simmer and stew and marinate in this delicious broth of inspiration, you can emerge strong. You can emerge stronger and more refined than ever before. But, my fellow procrastinator, there is a thin line between strategic delay and laziness. It's like a tightrope, okay? You have to tread carefully, balancing on razor edge between productivity and procrastination. But that being said, you can indulge a little bit in procrastination here and there. But set a deadline, preferably not one that is like a threat that involves a threat of imminent doom. But yeah, set a deadline and then marvel at the brilliance that emerges from the depths of your beautiful procrastination mind. So, you know that friend that never shuts up? You got one of those? Well, that's like fear, your frenemy, the one that overstays its welcome. That one. So, since it's there, since it's gonna be there, invite it in, and ask it a couple questions. And don't take it at face value. Treat it like you would treat a politician's promises. Just very skeptical. But anything that fear does say, it's usually to keep you safe. And so ask your questions, find out if it's true, find out that it's just a fear that can go away and that you can get past it. But then, pat it on the back with gratitude and show it the door with a firm but friendly shove. All I'm saying is let fear drive you forward, not paralyze you. Frenemy or not, let it, be a way, a path that leads you to success versus giving up. Listen to it, but don't believe everything you hear. Okay? Then use it as fuel. Fearless entrepreneurship is not easy. It's a crazy, wild ride full of twists and turns and cockroaches and annoying friends and the occasional crisis. But with the right mindset and the right tools and the ability to laugh in the face of danger, you can conquer your mind and you can conquer your world as a fearless entrepreneur. If you found this podcast entertaining and hopefully insightful, hit the subscribe and like button and join me for more on Inspire Unleashed. And remember, life is too short. You can't take it too serious. In fact, I want you to embrace the chaos and dance with your inner villain and laugh in the face of adversity. And until next time, stay inspired, stay unleashed, and keep shining like that beautiful disaster that you were meant to be.